When was the first time you and Collie met?
The first time we met was probably when we ran into each other in Salt Lake City.
We actually bumped into each other through the doors.
I knew him because I was friends with his sisters, but he was on a date with someone and I was with my cousins.
Immediately, I knew that I was on a date with the wrong girl.
We just briefly ran into each other, and it wasn't until a couple of months later that we started dating.
Who initiated the first kiss?
It was totally Emmy. She was all over me.
It was definitely Collie. We were talking and we were really close, and definitely I think he went in and seized the moment.
Did she really, or did you go in for it?
No, it was totally her. She was all over me.
Tell me about your guys' dating experience.
Our dating experience was honestly like so much fun.
We dated in the summer, and it was like that summer romance, like every book. And then came the hard part.
We started off by dating distantly for 6 months.
Every single week, I flew up to Utah without fail to see Emmy. I definitely did think the distance made our relationship stronger. We missed each other all week, and then in the weekend we just enjoyed our time together, and it really confirmed that we never want to be without each other.
And we were always just going out and looking for something new to do. And then finally we got to a point where we both kind of knew we wanted to eventually get married, and we needed to decide, well, are we going to be in Utah or Arizona?
And then eventually I convinced her to come down to the promised land.
Who said I love you first?
It was me. But
Macaulay did. I almost did a week before. I wasn't ready to say it yet. I wasn't sure how he felt, and a couple weeks later he then told me he loved me outside of his house, and I told him I loved him too.
Who is the funny one in the relationship?
hands down, I think it's Emmy. She is just, she will say anything she wants, and more than half the time, it's just something hilarious. And so I think hands down, I give it to Emmy.
In different ways and different types of humor, it depends, but I would say by far Collie. He can make anyone in any room just bust out laughing, and he's so good at it, so I would have to say this one's for Collie.
Tell me about the proposal story.
So I wanted this to be the ultimate date.
He said, all right, this weekend, just plan all the things you want to do for a perfect date day.
We went to the gym, we ate lunch, we fed homeless people, went to dinner, we saw some lights.
And then we went to his house after. We painted Christmas decorations and watched a Christmas film. And then he told me there was a show at night, and I was like, what's at midnight that we have to go all the way and stay up this late? I was really confused what was going on.
I wanted to stall some time because Sebastian said he wasn't ready yet.
So we pull up to Easy Polar Ice after a few minutes, and he said, I have a buddy that is letting a bunch of people in ice skating after hours. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is fun. And immediately when we went through the side door, there was lanterns all the way up to the ice rink, and I'm like, oh man, I think he's gonna propose.
We skated together to our favorite songs. I feel like she knew what was coming, but it was really sweet.
It was just us. We were all alone. There was our favorite love songs playing on the overhead, and we were just ice skating, laughing, and just joking around the whole time. And it was honestly one of the best dates, and it was the best because then he asked me to marry him.
What is something that impresses you about Emmy?
I would say her kindness. She's always that friend that plans something for her friends. She's always the one inviting her friends to things, and she's always inclusive to everybody.
The way he is with people, he can relate and really talk to anybody, and just be confident and brave and go up to even like someone who looks super scary, or I don't know. I saw that from the very beginning with Macaulay. He just is very, very kind in that way, and that's something that's very attractive to me.
What is something you are looking forward to in the future with Macaulay?
Continuing our goals and plans as being husband and wife. I'm really looking forward to building our house that we've always talked about and going and traveling the world. That's something we always mention to each other, that we want to go and make a difference abroad.
I would say getting our goals done. I feel like we both have a lot of sweet goals in mind, and so to be able to do that with her all the time is like the biggest thing I'm looking forward to.
What is your love language and what is Colley's?
Mine would be words of affirmation. Definitely Colley does a very good job telling me things like I'm doing a good job or I look pretty today, and he'll just like comment on lots of things that I know I really needed to hear. Colley's love language, I always would say it's touch for sure. He loves giving hugs and cuddling and kisses, and but also I would have to say Colley's is quality time, like mine, that we just love spending every moment we can together.
My love language is definitely touch. I'm a snuggler, and so every chance I can get to snuggle with Emmy, that's like Emmy's, I would say, is also touch, because I don't know, because she like every time we're in public, she's like, "Why aren't you holding my hand?" And then so I hold her hand, but she does like, I think she's all around love language kind of person. I love giving her anything she wants. So
Macaulay, right before we get married, I just want to say thank you so much for picking me to be your person.
Emmy, I absolutely adore you.
Just knowing that we are going to be each other's partners and work together for the many years to come.
I just love everything about you, Emmy. I can't stop thinking about you throughout the day.
I've been looking forward to this day for a long time, and I love you so much, Macaulay, and I can't wait to be your wife.
You're honestly like my best friend I've ever had. You and I are so similar, and it's never gonna be a dull life. I love you, baby.